Yeah. Welcome to another episode of One Time for the Fan. I am your host, Jack Spade, with the co-host with the most, Bodie 3000. Welcome back, Bodie.
It's cracking, y'all. What's going on, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And of course, the homie, Dez Dollars in the building. What's up, Dez Dollars?
What it do? What it do?
What it do, brother? How's everything going for y'all?
Yes, sir.
Doing
Can't
good?
call it, man.
Living good, living great.
Living good, living great. I feel you, brother. Dez, you put up 234 yesterday?
God, 230.
God.
Oh, man.
Not 234.
Oh, no open frames.
No open frames.
No open frames.
No pin left standing.
No pin left standing.
We got a lot to talk about tonight with the Atlanta Falcons. But before we get started, let's talk about something else. I mean, the NBA playoffs going to the finals.
Yep.
Uniform alert for the Falcons as it just dropped.
It's lit.
The red helmet returns. As we'll get ready to see that shortly. We're going to put that on shortly. The Falcons just sent the message to season ticket holders and fans. Everybody who has a Falcon app can see that the red helmet returns. They leaked it kind of in the schedule release video that we saw. It was hiding behind the wall, and people was surprised to see. There it is, Chase Cravey in the chat. Let's effing go. Red helmets in the building. We got our red caps on tonight. We ready, Bodie?
You already know, man. I can't prepare it.
Before we get started, let's talk about the NBA playoffs here. Dez, you're a big NBA guy. Bodie, who you got winning it? I got the Warriors.
Warriors.
I ain't even gonna play with y'all. I got the Warriors.
Warriors in 6.
Warriors in 6.
In 6.
Say Warriors in 7.
Warriors in 7. Oh, you think it'll go 7 games?
I think it'll go 7. Like they got the talent. The Celtics got the talent to beat them, but they just that last series they showed me a lot. Yeah, they got a lot of work to do.
I think the Warriors will probably win. Yeah, they said Warriors in 6. Warriors in 6 sounds about right, but they like to win at home. But I think the Warriors are gonna win. As Hawks fans, you know, I want to see the Hawks win.
Yeah, but
you're watching the NBA playoffs, and this is what you get. So by Sunday, it could be 2-0 Warriors. You know what I'm saying?
They might sweep them. Honestly, shit.
I'm getting the texts. I'm getting the notifications. We about to get to that. Matter of fact, we can start off just talking about that. The Atlanta Falcons just released the red helmets. Falcons uniform. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can bring this up here. Go ahead and get all technology on y'all. You know what I mean? Here we go, Atlanta Falcons. See what we got here. Falcons ready, man. Falcons ready this season. New uniforms. Good draft. Decent little free agency. What do y'all think about the new helmets, man? They already changed their page before we even went live. Right there at 8:00, they put the picture up, you know, on their page, the red helmets, as you can see right now on the screen. We're not going to play the audio for you guys, but it's right there. AJ Terrell strapping on that Hall of Fame jersey. Des, what do you think about the red helmets, man?
No, red's my color, man. I'm in love with it.
I really want them to bring the red throwbacks out, the 1980 ones.
I fall out. I love that jersey.
Even in the video, AJ just looks determined to lock you down. There it is. There it is.
Oh, it's lit.
Yes, sir. Woo! Look at that stripe.
That's lit. That's
clean.
Yeah, that's it. That's clean. It right there.
There it is, folks. 10-16. That's the 49ers Falcons game, if I'm not mistaken. We busting it out? Okay. Falcons uniforms. What you think, Bodie?
Man, I love it. I love them old school uniforms, and I love that helmet, that touch.
Yeah.
Like you said, that gold, that shit pops.
Yeah. Falcons changing it up, Dez. Red's your favorite color. The new helmets, you know, they're definitely gonna be playing let's see, 10-16. Let's go find out what game that is. I really wish they would have did the red jerseys though. 10-16. Yeah, that's the San Francisco game. So that's gonna be big in the dome. In the bins. Is that you saying the dome, man? Love that old feeling of the Atlanta Falcons. I know, man. Still the dome, even though it's the bins. A lot to talk about tonight with One Time for the Fan. Bodie, welcome back. Dez, glad to see you again, brother. Question of the day, sir. Everybody, Buster Burns. Shout out to Buster in the chat. Shout out to Chase in the chat. Red helmets. You already know we ready for the red helmets. I bet Pastor Troy lit right now. I bet Troy lit. But the question, Buster, Chase, everybody in the chat, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We on YouTube, Facebook, One Time for the Fan. Can the Falcons win the NFC South? Hopes and dreams, people. Can the Falcons win the NFC South, man? I gotta fix my drink. About to get to it, man.
They
got a whole hour here.
If Tom Brady get hurt week 1.
Tom Brady's a big factor of why the Falcons might not be able to win the NFC South this season. But let's go around the table. Dez, your thoughts, your opinions. Can the Falcons win the NFC South? Just off of the schedule, looking at the paper, looking at who we playing, matchups. Just give us your thoughts, your opinions, brother.
Right now, it's kind of hard to answer just because we have so many new pieces on the team. But if the way everybody's thinking and how we feel about all these pieces that we have, if they can come together and gel the way we think they can and play the type of football we want them to play, I really do think the Falcons do have a shot at winning the NFC South. I mean, the only person you have to stop is Tom Brady. He's an old fart. I mean, damn, how many more years can he just be great Tom Brady? You feel me? I understand he's the GOAT and everything, but I mean, sometimes your magic got to run out. Peyton Manning magic ran out. Eli Manning magic ran out. Brett Favre magic ran out. Tom Brady, it might be time for his magic to run out. So, like I said, other than that, it's not that many other quarterbacks in the NFC South that can compete with Tom Brady. So, like I said,
it looked like his magic ran out last season because they had predicted them to go do something, and then the Rams came in there and beat the slap out of them.
Right.
So, you know,
how the jail, the coaching, the players, how they come together, scheme, all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all about what the coach is going to do, put the right players on the field and win the football game. Everybody has to do what they got to do.
Too early to tell right now.
Too early to tell.
I respect that. Bodie, welcome back, Bodie. The professor in the building, man. We got to talk about Friday, too. We're going to get lit for Friday. But, Bodie, I mean, the question is right there. Can the Falcons win the NFC South? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody viewing on Facebook, YouTube, wherever. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, comment. We're talking about the Falcons. Bodie, can the Falcons win the NFC South?
My answer is, of course they can. They just got to have a perfect season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be real. Like, there's a lot of obstacles to jump. Like,
nobody's
I agree with what Dad said. I agree with what Dad said. It's a lot of chemistry that from these new players, man. It's so many new players that's got to build some chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to throw in real quick. We can talk about John Kaminsky because he's not on the team anymore. Like, we can talk. Anyway. Who? Exactly.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that.
But no, let me finish. Yeah, I mean, it's just so many obstacles we have to cross. Like they got to come out the gates firing. They got to come out the gates like they've been playing together for 10 years. Like it's just, I would love to see, as a fan, you love to see that, but we just gotta be a well-oiled machine. And I mean,
every week, there's no slipping with the Falcons this season. Like you can't mess up certain games you have to win.
Yeah,
that's comes from games against Carolina. Yeah, it comes from like the games last season against Carolina, Washington, can name a few others, but some of them home games you figure we would have had a chance to win. Falcons came out there and blew the bag. But, you know, this season, Falcons have to be better. Going over to NFC South, I'm not worried about the Saints. I'm not worried about Carolina. I think you guys can agree. Anybody can agree or disagree. I mean, we respect everybody's opinion here on One Time for the Fan. But the Bucs signing Akeem Hicks is pretty big. For a veteran pass rusher, Akeem Hicks has done pretty well in his career. Him and Vita Vea matching up now against Jalen Mayfield and Matt Hennessy. So it's Vita Vea. I mean, we're not even going to go over the Bucs defense, but it's Vita Vea, Hicks matching up against Mayfield and Matt Hennessy. If now is a good time for Mayfield to have an incredible season, this will probably be the best time to do it. You don't want to slip around against that Bucs front. From the last time when they had Sue out there was pretty decent. But now that you have Hicks and Vea, I mean, that's a pretty monstrous combo right there. Sometimes you got to double team and chip Vea alone. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot. The Falcons, I guess you can say we kind of had him as a target. I don't know if we was targeting Hicks or we was going to sign Hicks, but $10 million, what he got, I don't think the Falcons were going to go after that. I don't think they're going to chase that. If that was the deal, well, what we have left, the Falcons were not going to chase that. So the Bucs ended up making that move. The Falcons have to sign a pass rusher now or a veteran guard to come in here and help out. But the Panthers, they're taking a step backwards. Dez, are you worried about the Panthers? Like, do you look at the schedule and say, oh, man, the Panthers. Like, they're not a team to be, you know, talk to us, man, about what you think about Carolina.
Carolina, I feel like Carolina's kind of in a rebuild phase. I mean, Christian McCaffrey injury prone. They can't really get a full season out of him. They're looking for a quarterback. I don't even know if they still have Sam Darnold or not. I know they drafted a rookie quarterback, trying to find a quarterback. I mean, I know they got a decent secondary, but I mean, at the end of the day, you don't think Carolina is a team that you want to be worried about. But Sunday, what did they say? Any given Sunday, anybody can come out and anybody can win a football game. So not really worried about them. But like we say, if Falcons play Falcons football and we excel how we excel, we're not worried about the Panthers.
I like how you said that. Falcons play Falcons football. Yep. And we're hoping it's the Falcons football from 2016 when we went to the damn Super Bowl. You played that 2018, 2019.
Like, don't play that other Falcons football.
Fast and physical nonsense. That Dan Quinn stuff.
Oh, man.
Might not even make it to the fourth quarter.
Not that brotherhood stuff.
Yeah, not the brother.
Bodie, the Panthers. Do you look at the Panthers in the division and say those are games? I mean, you got to look at them and say those are games that you're supposed to win. You're supposed to sweep the Panthers. Every division has that team where you look at and say, oh, we're going to sweep them. Yeah. They're going to be Houston in the AFC South, the Jets in the AFC East. Mm-hmm. You know, the AFC North's kind of getting a little different now. Everybody's starting to come up a little bit. You know, Cincinnati's doing better. Baltimore's doing better. Cleveland is, you know, half and half. But every division has one of those teams you look at and say, oh, we're finna sweep them. We're finna smack them. The Panthers are that team. I think the Bucs, the Saints, I think all Saints fans, Bucs fans, Falcon fans can agree that when you look at the schedule, you expect 2 wins from the Panthers. Bodie, are you worried about the Panthers when you see them on paper or even during the season?
Who? No, I'm just playing. No, I ain't worried about no Panthers. Like
Carolina.
No. I mean, they got a lot of questions. They got more questions than we got. You know what I'm saying? Like we can fill some holes. They don't know who their quarterback is. They don't know if McCaffrey can hold up. They don't know. There is so many questions with the Panthers. And as in the midst of them trying to answer these questions, we can whoop them. Yeah. It's just as simple as that. No, I'm not worried about the Panthers.
Yeah.
Not because they're a division rival. I mean, they just have a lot of questions.
I don't even consider them as a rival anymore. They're just in our division.
Yeah, they're just a team.
They're just there. They can sell the franchise at any minute, and it wouldn't affect nobody in the organization. It's like, oh, yeah, the Panthers, where are they going? South Dakota? Oh, that's nice for them.
That's
the Panthers take a step backwards. Bucs will be a little bit tough. I mean, you got to admit, the Bucs, they still have that guy down there who does what he does. Yeah. They've seemed to become more of our rivals now, more than the Panthers. The Saints, they're still the same. I didn't see nothing improving with the Saints, even with the wide receiver pick in the first round. Winston is apparently limping up at camp. He's not feeling too well. Andy Dalton might be your starter week 1. We don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the Falcons have a chance to win this game. Kamara is supposed to be getting suspended. When is the NFL going to step up and look at Kamara? They beat up some guy in Vegas, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at that type of stuff and make a decision, NFL, because, Kamara is supposed to be suspended. If you want to play how Roger Goodell is supposed to be playing it, well, Kamara's not supposed to be playing. So, yeah, the Falcons, I'm kind of with this. It's kind of early to tell. But I always believe in my team, so I'm going to say, yes, the Falcons can win the NFC South. But knowing the schedule, the Bucks, what they've done recently, signing Akeem Hicks, knowing about our offensive line, I'm just going to be real. It's going to be tough for the Falcons to win the NFC South. They can sneak into the playoffs because the NFC is not being that tough. Yeah, the Falcons can sneak into the playoffs, but winning the NFC South is going to be something that's tough. I don't want to hate too much and be, just biased to the Falcons, but the Saints are going to be a tough team regardless because the Saints are the Saints. The Panthers, that's easy dubs. You can expect those 2 wins. Easy. But if you come out week 1 and beat the Saints there, regardless if it's Winston or Andy Dalton at quarterback, that looks good on your resume going forward for Mariota or Ritter, whoever's there. Shout out to everybody who's in the chat. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Big Coach, Low Country Sports. We gotta get Coach on here, bro. Coach, we gotta get you on here, man. I checked out your podcast, man. You're doing really good things here for the Atlanta Falcons, brother. Got to get you on the podcast too as well. He's in the Rise Up tour. Got DSGB Hall in the building, checking in from California, bro. What's up, Ernest? Hey, bro, I'm already there, San Diego, week 2, bro. We're gonna link up, bro. You feel me? Well, yeah, we in here talking about the Falcons if they can win the NFC South. Diehard Falcon fans gonna say, yeah, of course. But it's too early to tell. I want to get to training camp. I want to get to the rest of the free agency. I want to get to the rest of these players that could be coming in to help the Falcons. I'm sure they're looking at the offensive line and soon to make a decision of bringing in somebody or a pass rusher, even look at the defensive lines. But the Falcons did sign somebody today. Signed another wide receiver.
Yeah.
And he's I think.
They don't have the O-line's number. They don't sign none of them.
I don't know.
Or D-line.
I don't know who's making the calls to the offensive linemen out here in the free agency because nobody's getting calls. Here we got some pass rushers still on the board. Former Titans wide receiver, this is from Shefty, Cameron Batson, who tore his ACL last fall, has been cleared just 7 months after surgery, and he is signing a deal with the Atlanta Falcons per his agent. Des, are you high on Cameron Batson?
I don't know anything about Cameron Batson. I know on Madden he's fast. What other
on Madden he's fast.
He's fast.
Hey.
That's all we got?
That's all I got. I heard of anything from him in real life. I mean, ACL surgery, fresh off 7 months. I mean, that's a quick recovery. Hey, if he's healthy and he looks good, interesting. We'll see, man. We got so many wide receivers in the room. I don't know.
Man, these folks ain't making the team.
I don't know what's going to happen, man.
Bro, we finna go in there with 53 folks. You think it's finna be 13 wide receivers on the depth chart? First ever.
Hey, Bodie, some of these wide receivers we cut and they're going to go to the same team.
This is tough. Bodie, Falcons signed another wide receiver, Cameron Batson, tore his ACL, played with the Titans. Another Titans player. Falcon fans keep saying Atlanta Titan Bears. There's another Titan for you.
I mean,
this guy right here, he's 6'11" though. Nah, just playing with y'all. Just playing with y'all. You know the Falcons with a big core wide receiver core. 6'5" Drake London, 6'6" Kyle Pitts. So
yeah, that man 6'13" now.
Yeah,
this man is 5'8".
Yeah. Cameron Batson. I don't know what's gonna happen with these Falcon receivers, man. This is getting out of hand with the receivers, man. Got too many on the depth chart right now. We know they're not going to be able to make the team. Those cuts will be coming up within the next 2.5 months. But,
all I know is a healthy Cameron Batson is the fastest wide receiver on the Atlanta Falcons right now. Even faster than Bird.
I like that.
So, yeah.
That's good to know. But once again, if the Falcons brought this guy in, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what they're expecting to do this offense this season. We're gonna find out soon, but a lot of wide receivers. That room is solid.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of wide receivers. Shout out to Cameron Batson if he makes the team and ends up being a long-time Falcon. I'm glad to talk about it here first on One Time for the Fan. Shout out to Bodie once again. Shout out to Dez tuning in. The Falcons, we just talked about the NFC South. Too early to tell for me and Dez. Bodie has agreed that the Falcons could win the NFC South, right? You've already kind of laid that out there.
Good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet the farm, but they could.
Falcons new helmets. We just talked about that. We saw it. Looks good. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of new people playing Madden this year using the Falcons just because of that helmet. There's your Madden guy. What's up with that John Madden cover, man? Like that Madden cover? Respect the Madden. Salute.
Pretty cool, man. Shout out to John Madden, man.
Shout out John Madden, man.
Yeah.
RIP. Hey, all I know is I'm ready for Falcons football on Friday.
Well, we're going to get to that. And just how you said, you're ready for Falcons football. How exciting is this Falcons season going to be? We got the new players in here coming in from the draft. A lot of fans are excited about that. We have some free agents that was brought in to help this team, to boost the defense, to boost some of the position groups in the offense as well. New quarterback, no more Matt Ryan. How exciting is this Falcon season going to be? Des, let's go over to you. You said you're excited just to go to practice on Friday. So how excited is this Falcon season going to be, man? Any games, big-time games that you're looking at the Falcons to, sneak away a win with or something going on? What is exciting for you right now about the Falcons?
I think
it's
the most exciting part about the Falcons this year is just basically seeing the team on the field, man. We said, so many new faces, so many new players. It's just like we want to see what we're going to look like. I mean, like we talked about previously, we already know for the previous years, we've already known we were going to have Matt Ryan, Deion Jones, Grady Jarrett, Julio, Calvin Ridley. But this year, it's so many new faces, man. So many just new schemes that we could do. It's just new level. And we're so excited because we feel like, man, we might, like, our ceiling is just, we might burst it this year, man. So everybody's just so anxious just to see what's going to happen. So I don't think it's more of like what games people want to see or, who we're going to beat. It's just like, man, we ready to see these cats get on the field. We ready to passing TDs. We ready to see some sacks. We ready to just win some games, man. So it's just all about seeing the players get on the field, man. So that's what we're ready for.
And you haven't even mentioned the helmets. It was all about the helmets tonight. Shout out to the Falcons for releasing the helmets. They put a video together, made it 8 o'clock, little ESPN special and shit. Shout out to the Falcons. Bodie, are you excited about this season? The draft picks. We did the draft show. 3 was here 3 hours day 1. What? 3 hours day 2, damn near 5 hours day 3 on our draft show. One time for the fan. Dez, you was here checking in too as well. Shout out to Dave in the chat. Loving the fantastic content. Appreciate it, Dave.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, my brother. Well, if you're a Falcon fan, jump on the show, brother. We're here to talk about the Atlanta Falcons. Every Wednesday, every Sunday, and in between that, we talk about the Atlanta Falcons pretty much every day. Bodie, Dez.
Yep.
That's why we're doing these shows 2 days a week. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. Facebook, YouTube, One Time for the Fan. Twitter, One Time for the Fan. Bodie, you excited about this season? We got Drake London. Oh, you missed the Carlo Jimenez rookie report. You wasn't here. Carlo Jimenez, USC student alum, broadcaster, Pac-12 network.
I watched the show.
He talked a lot about Drake London.
Yes.
Drake London, Rashard Evans, Lorenzo Carter, Desmond Ridder, Marcus Mariota. Are you excited about the season, the schedule release? We've covered all this. So talk to us, Bodie, about the season, brother.
You know what I'm most excited about? I'm just most excited about new stars, players just coming and being able to make a name for themselves, because every single roster spot on this team can be grabbed by any of these guys.
That's true. Every roster spot is up for grabs.
Every roster spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the excitement of seeing maybe Lorenzo Carter getting 10 plus sacks this season, or even Malone coming out and doing something as a 4th round pick or whatever he was, or even Tyler Algier being 1,000-yard rusher as a rookie. Like that's what I'm potentially excited to see. I just want to see some players step up and just fill out these roles, man, because it's eating season. Anybody can get it. If you want it bad enough, your butt's playing this season. And I can't wait to see how it all come together. That's all I'm excited about.
With the changes that the Falcons made recently, like Avery Williams going over playing running back, right? Yeah. Like it has now got you more excited this season with this season coming up, saying, wait a minute, our kick returner, our cornerback is playing running back now?
Yeah.
And then you got Mike Ford, who now that's an opportunity for him to step up, to play some more. It's a 1-year deal for Mike Ford coming over from Denver.
So opens up a cornerback.
Opens up a spot for a cornerback now to have a competition battle with maybe Darren Hall or maybe Isaiah Oliver. I mean, he has an opportunity to make this football team as well. Richie Grant, Dales, we talked about that the other day. Jalen Hawkins, how big this can be for those two guys to lead pretty much the wave for the Falcons defense. You're not running from AJ Terrell this season. Most wide receivers who did run from AJ Terrell Island. It's cool to see the Falcons put him as the face of that helmet video too. That's really big because that's showing that this is your new era of Falcon players that you got to get used to. AJ Terrell, Desmond Ridder. They keep showing a bunch of Desmond Ridder pictures, highlights, videos. Drake London too as well. We knew it was going to be with the franchise wide receiver coming in from USC with Drake London. Now look at the Falcons. You have a franchise wide receiver. He's your 1st round pick. You have Kyle Pitts, who had a low-key successful season last year. So now he's going into his 2nd year to make, a lot of adjustments to be better. You have, I don't even know if it's a competition battle between Mariota and Ridder. I think it's going to look like a competition battle, but Arthur Smith is going to go with Mariota week 1. You have to go with the more experienced. Personally, I'm not a coach, okay? But I wouldn't feed Ridder to the Wolves week 1, okay? That's a tough game. You're playing at home. It's going to be a sold-out crowd. The NFL knew what they was doing, putting the Falcons and the Saints week 1. Crazy how they made it a 1 o'clock match, though. I would expect it to be an 8 o'clock match. Both Falcons Saints games are not primetime this year. They're both regular 1 o'clock matches. And don't forget in New Orleans, we got to be at the stadium by 12 when we go down there in December. So it's 1 o'clock in Atlanta, it's 12 in New Orleans. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, Twitter. Got Dave checking in here. I'm most excited about the change to physicality. I was always unhappy watching this team get pushed around seemingly very weak. You're right about that.
Man, you ain't lying.
From the offensive line to the defensive line, there was a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
Somebody just got off work? I think somebody just got off work here.
Oh, snap.
There he is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dave in the chat. Dave, we're going to get to that in a second.
I know y'all seen them unis we wearing this year.
Oh, yeah.
Uniforms, helmets. Boo Man shouted. Welcome, Boo Man shouted. You still fixing the roof? Everything okay?
Yeah.
You sure? You want to get closer to the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, he on Bob Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yo, Dave. Most excited about the change to physicality. I was always unhappy watching this team get pushed around. Bodie, how many weeks last week did you see this team get pushed around?
I don't know. Every week. Every single week. I mean, they had their moments.
Yeah.
But every single week.
Yeah.
It just killed me. Too many pancakes. Too much.
A lot of missed opportunities for the Falcons last season. You can go back and watch the film. You can go back and watch any game. Hell, if you want to say it like that, the last 4 years has been a lot of missed opportunities for the Falcons, getting pushed around every week. Boo Man shouted, welcome to the stream here. We talked about the Falcons I believe Dez is getting ready to go head off. I know he got something to go do. We talked about the Falcons helmets. They released the video. It looks nice with the new concept that they have going back, like an older, new, throwback kind of appeal. I like
the
that.
Throwback is the 1966 throwback.
Okay. It looks good. And the Falcons are going to use those helmets on October 16th against the 49ers. Bringing out the black jerseys too as well. Of course, we already played those black jerseys, so it ain't nothing new to see those. But Boo Man, bringing you in, can the Falcons win the NFC South?
I got to see the Falcons play a game first before I make that assumption. I think they're second favorite if you ask me. But it's definitely possible. We definitely have to beat who twice. Or once.
Yep. I mean, the Saints, we just talked about that. It's going to be tough to go ahead and beat them. If you get the win out the way week 1, that'll be nice. You get an opportunity to, get your first winning record in about 4 seasons at 1-0. It's something to start off with.
We kind of gave up a game in Tampa Bay last year.
Huh?
We gave up a game in Tampa Bay last year.
It looked like we gave up a lot of games the past couple seasons. But Bodie, Dave, right here, Dez, Boo Man. Do you think this elite quarterback label is a bit overrated?
Yes.
Boo Man, speak on it.
I think it's overrated because it pretty much goes off a name and not what I can only say there's one elite quarterback if you ask me. We all know who that is. But it kind of it's crazy. It kind of brings back to the story I read the other day about Drew Brees and why he not doing the whole telecasting thing and
the NBC thing.
Yeah, they saying like he think he really something he really not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I started looking on. I'm like Drew Brees was really just a Super Bowl quarterback that would stay with one team for a long time and shatter all that team records. Mm-hmm. If you stayed on that team for 12 years, you beat all the records that Aaron Brooks held. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
who?
Exactly. So So I just think that the elite quarterback thing, because you can't win games just being a quarterback in the league now.
Mm-hmm.
You can win situations. You can win situational football, but what did Pat Mahomes do? In the second half of the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
So what did Josh Allen do for a whole season and get to the playoffs and do?
Mm-hmm.
So and then
they label Josh elite right now, but they always put elite players in that moment. Like this season, they might say
and that's what I'm saying.
Mitch Trubisky's
a moment
elite
thing, bro.
Because the Steelers might go 11-0. Like you know what I mean? I mean,
right. Only person that's consistently good is you can say Tom Brady because he left one team, went to another team, got the same amount of wins, and went to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and he had the same team that James Winston had the season before. So it's just like you can label elite quarterbacks, but it's like you need a lot of help to be who you are. We're gonna see how elite Aaron Rodgers is this year without Devontae Adams. I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I think elite players make people around them better, if you ask me.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of elite players in the NFL. It's just that the elite quarterback, they just throw a bunch of names in there just to, the journalists have to do what they have to do to pay the bills. They got to post their column. They got to post their article. They got to post is this quarterback elite? Is Josh Allen elite? I'm telling you, this season, if Mitch Trubisky goes 7-0, they're going to say he's elite. They're going to go back to his college career. They're going to go back to him with the Bears and talk about, all that nonsense. But they even tried to say Sam Darnold was damn near elite because he had 3-0 last season or some nonsense.
Let me chime in on
believe that type of stuff, Let's go ahead. But Bodie, go ahead. Is the elite quarterback label overrated? Shout out to Dave.
Man,
shout out to that question.
I think even nowadays, more so than old school, like you had an elite quarterback, most of the time you win in a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Sans Dan Marino, he's the only elite quarterback I remember back then that don't have a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, elite quarterback today doesn't guarantee you a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Thus makes it overrated to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't guarantee you a Super Bowl. You need an all-around team and a good quarterback, and you should be straight. So
an all-around team.
All around. Absolutely. That defense got to be on point.
Yep.
a run game got to be there. It's just got to be there, and just a good quarterback who can manage.
Well, shout out to Dave. Dave now saying, I can't believe I'm just learning about you guys. Dave, we've been around for a while.
About us guys.
The world you're gonna hear a lot about us, Dave. You're gonna hear a lot about One Time for the Fan.
We are here.
We doing.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends. Tell your Falcon friends. Tell your Falcons family. One Time for the Fan on YouTube. One Time for the Fan Twitter, Facebook. We really like talking about the Atlanta Falcons. Like I told you, we talk about them outside of the shows on Wednesday and Sunday with our chat. Talk about them in the house, on the phone. Falcons do a lot of things that we enjoy. We're big Falcon fans. Season ticket holder here. Bodie, I'm trying to get Bodie to be a season ticket holder. I got to get Bodie to be a season ticket holder this season.
I'm working on it.
Boo Man, I already talked to supervisor. He said you can't do it this season. But we'll get you. We'll get you next time. Question goes to you, Boo Man. How excited is Falcons? How excited are you this season for Falcons football?
I mean, I'm excited because I'm going in there like more prepared on what to see than going in there prepared on how we're gonna do what we got. We got a lot of new faces. Definitely a franchise shakeup. And getting rid of some players that we had. So I'm excited to see where we're going, and not where we're at. Like what destination we're going to, because we have a lot of pieces, and I just want to see. I just think we're gonna be a lot more competitive this year because we got there's nothing to lose. You don't have that Matt Ryan there for people to be like he can win the game, stuff like that. They're gonna have to go out there and play every day. So I'm excited to see. I mean, come on, man. It's been 13 years. 13 years ago I was a teenager.
Yeah, I know.
So
and things have changed now with the Falcons getting rid of Matt Ryan, bringing in Mariota, bringing in Ritter. You should be excited, Falcons fans. You don't know what to expect. Let's keep it real here, Falcons fans. Okay, let's keep it real. You can listen to all the podcasts. You can listen to all the interviews. Right? The Falcons got to get out there on the field week 1 and play football. Vegas can say we win in 4 games. This person can say we win in 10 games. This person can say we win in 15 games. We're going to find out this season what the Atlanta Falcons can do. You should be excited about seeing that. You should be excited about knowing if Mariota is your quarterback or if Ritter is your quarterback starting week 1. You should be excited about knowing who's your number 2 wide receiver with Drake London over there. Your rookie, future, franchise wide receiver, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. Look how the offense is now built. Look how the new pieces are now involved with this new stretch the field red zone target type of offense. Kyle Pitts, we talked about this, 6'6". Drake London, 6'5". Auden Tate, 6'4". Cordero Hodge is around 6'3" or so. Brian Edwards now jumps in 6'3". These are wide receivers that have definitely Geronimo Allison. These are wide receivers that have now definitely increased the chance of scoring more touchdowns, increase the chance of getting more first downs, stretching the field more. You saw last season, Russell Gage sometimes couldn't even get separation off the line of scrimmage.
We had a very bad.
Say it, Boo Man. Say it. No, say it for real. Go ahead.
Soon as it broke. I mean, before Ridley left, it was already a struggle because we had gotten to the season not knowing what the hell happened with the whole Julio situation. We just know he went on the team. So it was already like, okay, let me goddamn. I'm sorry. Let me
No, use that. Go talk your shit.
So it's like it's already like, what the hell we gonna do with our 1,000-yard receiver out? So then it's like, okay, Ridley is your 1,000-yard receiver because he had good numbers with Julio there, and it's just like he kind of the season started, he kind of fell into that juju role when Antonio Brown left. Not getting no separation, getting double teamed, not being able to beat the double teams. So then when so you already got him, and then you're like, okay, we got Kyle Pitts, and then then Calvin Ridley leaves. I mean, he has what he had going on, and it's like, okay, they ain't got nothing out there, So a team like the Saints can be like, oh, Lattimore, you just play Kyle Pitts, and we'll put PJ Williams on Zacchaeus, and
I was surprised to see them beat New Orleans in New Orleans last year.
I mean, that was
with the roster we had.
One person. That was because of Cordero Patterson.
Yeah.
But our receiving core has been like, it's been bad, man. We ain't had no third, even when Julio was there.
Not even like a solid third. Like most teams, like I'm watching right now, I'm watching the Bills versus the Chiefs game, the AFC divisional playoff last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at the Chiefs team and you're like, damn, Mahomes got weapons out there.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to Mahomes Super Bowl year. You're like, damn, Mahomes has some weapons out there. You feel what I'm saying? Like the pieces it was consistent. You feel what I'm saying? And the Falcons, they lack in certain areas that you want to see them improve on. The offensive line is your biggest thing going into this season. You gave up a lot of sacks last season. You let go of your veteran quarterback, Matt Ryan. You're bringing in a more mobile quarterback to do with the dual threat quarterback system. That type of run and gun option, play action, a little bit more speed, a little bit more quickness coming around the edge at times. If you want to run a 4 wide receiver set, 5 wide receiver set, or hell, if you even want to run some run and gun. But you gotta be excited for what could happen this season.
Yeah.
The running back, we talked about it, Tyler Algieri. What he's done in college, his production. Look at what he's done in college. He's a touchdown machine. He finds the end zone. He eats end zones for lunch. Seriously, man, go back and look at his tape. Look at the scouting report for the Falcons this season. They did a great job scouting some of these picks. Troy Anderson, Boo Man, you hit the chat when Troy Anderson was picked. I didn't know much about Troy Anderson, but you guys did. You feel what I'm saying? But now you see all these NFL analysts and journalists talking about Troy Anderson, talking about Tyler Algieri, talking about Desmond Ridder, and you're like, damn, the Falcons did a good job drafting this year versus going back to seasons ago. Look at the 2019 draft. 6 players selected. Only 3 is still on your roster, and one of them is a guaranteed future Falcon for life. Mm-hmm. McGarry's fighting for his contract. Kaminsky's out of here. Those are bad drafts.
Bad.
Yeah, Marcus Green's in the CFL. Jordan Miller. I don't even know Jordan Miller even played a snap for the Falcons.
I looked at that draft class and I'm like, Marcus Green. We really picked up Marcus Green.
Marcus Green, bro. From Bowling Green or wherever it was.
Yeah, like nobody. Some people that they throw 500 yards a game, but they I think going into like this year, these players that we have to prove to you that they're not good. Yeah. Whereas in the last couple of drafts, they had to prove to you that I'm like Kaminsky, who all right, he did good over there, against
Montana State.
Yeah, like
whatever it was.
So and so I think this year is more of a these guys look good and they're gonna produce. So they have to prove to you, hey, they're not gonna be what they supposed to be. Whereas last couple years has been, let's see what this guy can do. Only person I was definite about was like Kyle Pitts and AJ Terrell.
Yeah.
Foy was a dark horse that people slept on, but I knew he was gonna be good. He ran like a 4.3, 4.4.
Yeah.
So but Deion Jones kind of panned out, and then they got. Look, come on, Duke Riley.
Oh yeah, Duke Riley. I remember that. Oh man, Duke Riley.
Man. I'd never forget him. Jumping around in the red room talking about him and Debo gonna be.
Damn, Duke Riley. He sold everybody on that pulling that truck video, but we thought we had the damn Brian Urlacher of the damn future on our team. We saw the dude pulling this truck in this video. Boy, I said, boy, you see Duke Riley? Boy, you see Duke Riley pulling that truck? Boy, he finna be out there getting about 30 sacks this season.
We did all that and pulled the trigger on
Dude Riley.
On Devondre Campbell, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Campbell, though. He was a good pickup.
Yeah,
he was a good pickup. He's now carrying on to be even a better player in the NFL, playing for the Packers.
He got it. I'm happy for him. He got his money.
I'm happy for him, too. I'm really happy for him. Campbell being with the Falcons, I had opportunity being on the sideline, like right behind the Falcons bench, to speak with Campbell a lot. And Campbell is really cool. Deion Jones really cool, too, as well. So I'm glad to see Campbell get his money. But, Bodie, let's talk about next year. People are expecting the Falcons, and Dave, we're going to get to your comment here in a second. People are expecting the Falcons to tank it up. people are expecting the Falcons to purposely lose games to go draft another quarterback next year or go draft Jalen Carter from Georgia.
Or Will Anderson.
Falcons are not going to tank. Arthur Smith has said that. Terry Fontenot has said that. We were one game away from the playoffs last year with one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, one of the worst running back rooms in the NFL, wide receiver position groups. Don't even go to the defense because AJ Terrell and Grady were the only two that was really doing something out there. Dion, he had his moments, but wasn't great enough. Harmon, a little bit every now and then. But people are thinking about next year's draft already.
Yeah.
Bodie, next year's draft. Falcons will draft this guy. Falcons are going to draft this guy. I've heard this talk before. I've seen it when Malik Willis during the season when they kept posting the pictures of Malik talking about the Falcons need to draft this guy. Falcons didn't draft him. Falcon fans need to understand that the team is not going to tank. They're going to go out there to win. They're going to go out there to play every single game competitively. They're going to try to do their best to make the playoffs this season to have a winning record. It'll be the first winning record in like 4 years for the Atlanta Falcons. So, Bodie, please speak on this. Falcon fans need to stop worrying about next year's draft. Bodie, do you go into this season saying, oh, man, if we can just lose 4 games, we'll get us CJ Stroud? Like, do you think like that, Bodie? Like, should fans think like that? Bodie, then Boo Man, please chime in.
You're just playing a dangerous game when you sit here and everybody, all the coaches, everybody who wants to play to lose. Like, no, like that's just it's terrible. Like you sitting here and you really just gotta what kind of product would you be putting out? What kind of reputation would you give your team if you're sitting around here losing games on purpose and people knew you was losing games on purpose? Because we done seen some teams losing games on purpose. We have.
Yeah.
And they still ain't shit. They ain't nothing. They still ain't shit. They still out here trying to figure it out. Lions. Anyway.
Yeah.
Like what kind of why? Like it makes no sense. I don't want to see my team that I grew up watching out here losing games. We know we losing. Like, what kind of shit is that? No, no. You play to win. And if you end up with the worst record and the best player in the next draft, then you deal with that when that comes. But no, I wouldn't. And then I wouldn't want to put my money into a team losing like that. That's just unethical.
And you clearly see from the draft, we don't know who Terry's going to select. And Falcon fans, you don't either. But the Falcons are looking ahead. If Terry is looking ahead, and this is some Falcon stuff the Falcons could do. Look at your right tackle. Look at your guard. Let's just say Mayfield doesn't have a good season. Let's just say McGarry doesn't have a good season. You got your 1 year Jermaine Ifedi behind him, 1 year deal Wilkinson behind him, Elijah.
Yep.
They're all going to be competing for that job. McGarry, right tackle, on his last year. Don't be surprised if the Falcons select Jerome George from the University of Wisconsin, right tackle, with your ninth, with your first round pick, number 9.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised. And the Falcons fans go say,
well, that ain't a sexy pick.
But Stroud was on the board. Falcon fans, you don't know who Terry's going to pick. Don't worry about next season. Bodie just said it. Let's fight. Let's compete this season to get some wins. And you'll deal with that later. Boo Man, jump on it. Jump in on that, brother.
Really, what does the draft show you? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I mean, only hype is around NBA drafts when somebody like Zion come out or LeBron James. You know, those are generational talents. Generational talents will come out of NFL draft because if that was the case, who would projected Tom Brady to be a 7th round pick? You know, some of the top players are late round picks. I mean, Stephon Diggs, 4th, 5th round pick. You know, Alvin Kamara, 4th round pick. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, even Russell Wilson,
even Grady Jarrett.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just don't see what you draft for your needs. You don't draft for your wants. You know, so I just don't see why a team would like the Falcons. You're in the thick of things, and it's a lot of question marks in your division, not just for your team, for your division.
Look what Dave said. Oh, I'm sorry, Boo Man. Look at Dave said. There is no way I can sit in front of my TV hoping the Falcons lose. Let me tell you another one, Dave. There's no way I can travel to these away games because I travel to a lot of away games to sit up there and watch a team that's going to tank and know that they're going to tank.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. If
or their plan is to tank, they just write tank on the board. We're gonna do today, folks. We're gonna tank.
If the Falcons is 2-15 and they play a 2-15 team in week 17, it's like unless it's the Saints, it's like, bro, don't get nobody hurt out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I probably won't watch a game like that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, Jacksonville had the top pick. Jacksonville had the top pick for the last
2 years.
Well,
if you count the other years, it's top 5 picks. But the last 2 years, yeah.
If you say top 10, you're talking about probably 10 years. And it didn't make the team any better at all. They had good players on a bad team.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't. It don't help at all.
Like you're saying here, Dave, Booman, Bodie, we're not going to sit in front of TV. We don't wake up and put on our Falcons outfits and our Falcons gear and go down to the stadium or go wherever we're going to watch the game, whether home or away, and then just say, we're going to lose today. We're going to lose badly. So I know we're going to get beat bad.
Some folks do.
Some folks do because that's the way that they are. They just built to just say, oh, they're going to be like when Matt Ryan was quarterback. Man, I know a lot of Falcon fans that say, oh boy, you know what I'm saying? Matt's quarterbacking. Oh no, we ain't finna win these games. Because it was just hating Matt Ryan. It was Matt Ryan hate.
Me and Bo had a guy at work that kept saying put Felipe Franks in all last year.
There's always a fan in every Falcon, in every organization. Shout out to Carlo in the chat. Shout out to Dave in the chat. There's always a fan in every organization that just hates on the team. You can be critical of the team, but keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, people going around saying the Falcons going to win 3 games this season. You think the Falcons going to go? Man, do you really think we finna go win 2 or 3 games this season? Like,
that's
disrespectful,
man.
That's disrespectful, bro. This team finna come out here and fight. Like we said, be excited about what's going to happen this season. We talked about so much today on the One Time for the Fan show. One Time for the Fan on YouTube. One Time for the Fan on Twitter, Facebook. Shout out to everybody who's checking in the chat. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Confidence level on P's. Before you get to that, Dave, we want to go back to what you just said recently. I would like the Falcons to sign Eddie Goldman to pair with Anthony Rush. Eddie Goldman would be a nice free agency pickup. Once again, another player sitting at the house, and we got the cash for him.
He's gonna get picked up.
He's damn well know he's gonna get picked up. And Hicks just got picked up today. Oh, you damn well know Eddie Goldman's gonna get picked up. But I just hope he doesn't go to a team where, like the Saints. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bucs would get Hicks, Saints get Eddie Goldman, improve their pass rush. We don't want that. It's an opportunity. Terry Fontenot is an opportunity to pick up the phone and call Eddie Goldman or even Eric Flowers, the guard from Washington. Get some more competition in there. You talk about best player available. I know you don't want to be that high on Jalen Mayfield being one of the worst guards in the league last season. But he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. My friend's going to be on the show coming up in 2 weeks. He's going to talk about Jalen Mayfield having a chip on his shoulder. And I hope he does have a chip on his shoulder. The guy next to you.
That's a 2-hour show.
That's a 2-day show. The guy next to you has a chip on his shoulder too. You want to know why? Because he's fighting for his contract.
Thanks.
And the guy behind him, he's fighting for a contract too. It's not like the line is solid outside of Lindstrom and Matthews. And once again, we mentioned it. One reason why the Falcons are going to have a tough opportunity of going to win the NFC South. Vita Vea and Akeem Hicks for the Bucs going up against Jalen Mayfield and Matt Hennessy for the Falcons. As a coach, you got to look at that and say, well, maybe we should just sign one more lineman.
Just one more.
Just one more. There's 2 or 3 linemen out there you can go ahead and get. I haven't even looked at the sports track.
You just gave me week 1 flashbacks from last year against the Eagles.
Oh, that was tough. Fletcher Cox, Fletcher Cox, he definitely
he ate our lunch, boy.
Yeah.
Showed us,
he had his way with Hennessy. After Hennessy got over there, he switched over and went to the right. He was going up against McGarry a few times. It's not what you want to see, man. But hopefully this season, Arthur Smith said it. He's a little bit higher on Mayfield this year. He has a chip on his shoulder. Let's hope this guy comes in second year, We don't know what's going to happen in training camp, but we hope that they all are healthy going into week 1. We hope they all improve in some areas because now that you don't have a pocket passing quarterback, a veteran pocket passing quarterback, you have 2 mobile dual threat quarterbacks, which means you're going to have to block for a couple seconds and then block for a few more because we're going to stretch the field. And don't forget those 4 or 5 wide receiver sets. And I'm watching it right now. I'm watching Mahomes against the Bills right now, and I'm watching these 5 wide receiver sets from the Chiefs, and I'm thinking Falcons can pull some shit off like this, stretch the field, get into the red zone, and then here comes that red zone package. And don't go cover 0. Don't go cover zero single safety anywhere between that 20-yard to the end zone. Do not go single high safety.
We're throwing 3 fades, man.
Oh, we're throwing easy 3 post corner fades. Easy. And the drag route across the middle. You can throw in, I don't know who it can be. Cordell, Bird.
Any of them cats.
Anyone. It could be me. You never know.
Yeah, it could be.
So, Falcon fans, we talked about it a lot already. Can the Falcons win the NFC South? It was a toss-up. We'll get to that closely as the season gets, closer. Falcons new uniforms, not uniforms, the helmets. The helmets look good. The helmets look great. I'm glad to see it. I wish it would have been a new uniform. That would have been cool to go ahead and buy that, New Jersey, especially with the practice on Friday and everything they got going on.
Need to bring them red Steve Bartkowski jerseys back.
Yeah. That would be nice for the Falcons to do. I'm sure they're going to have to look into doing a throwback. If the fans tweet them enough and email them, they'll definitely throw the throwbacks.
But, yeah.
Bring back them throwbacks like the Vic throwbacks.
Oh, yeah.
Those were nice.
I need the black jersey, gray pants, man.
Black jersey, gray pants. You playing this season, Boo Man?
Yeah. We still got question marks at running back.
Yeah, utility. Dave, we're getting ready to wrap up the show here soon. We'll just get to this question quickly. What are your guys' confidence level in Peas? On a scale of 1 to 10, 50.
Yeah.
My confidence level is crazy high on Peas. I think Peas can lead this defense to do a lot of things. This is their first official draft where the Falcons can really go look at their players and say, okay, this is a rebuild. This is the rebuild. This is it. We're going to bring in pieces to become future Falcons franchise leaders, hopefully in the sacks, tackles, whatever it is. But they're bringing in some players that Falcon fans, you're going to get used to knowing because these players are going to make a name for themselves. Dr. Arnold is going to make a name for himself. D'Angelo Malone is going to make a name for himself. You got to think, Dean Pease, a great mind like Dean Pease.
Lorenzo Carter, man.
Lorenzo Carter, Rashard Evans. He's in your situation room. You guys are talking about what players you need to bring in to improve this defense. And Pease is like, let's go get Rashard.
Yeah,
let's go get Lorenzo.
This is the first time Dean Pease had a chance to put his hold on the team. Because last year he had to play with some of the players that he didn't bring in.
I mean, Dan Quinn took someone with him, so it's like
he did.
Yeah, but Dan Quinn took the ones that Falcon fans would get stuck on because of the names. Don't forget, you get hooked on these names.
Yeah,
you get hooked on the Ricardo Allen, the Keanu Neal,
the
Jalen Collins. Sorry about that. You threw that in there. I want to see where y'all was at. I want to see where y'all was at. You see? I want to see where y'all was at. I was going to say Julio, but I said, let me throw Jalen Collins in there.
I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
See if y'all remember this guy. One time for the fan show, we have a great time once again. What's up, Boo?
LSU,
He's the 5th best corner.
Boy.
Our 5th best corner?
No, he was LSU's 5th best.
He was LSU's 5th best corner? That's embarrassing.
I was so high on that guy.
And I'm sure he was high too.
Dropped the ball.
Yeah.
He should have been
had a good year though. I ain't gonna lie, he had that one good year.
One good year. But didn't he get cut off some bullshit?
He was the marijuana stuff, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something going
better
on.
Drinking. Something wrong with him.
Arthur Blank don't play none of that stuff, man. He got zero tolerance for none of that stuff. That's why when the Calvin information came out, they were like, "No, we didn't do nothing. No, Calvin, no, we don't know what's going on. We talked to him. We'll let you know." Man, the NFL had already sent the emails. Man, this little joker been gambling, been spending that money down there in Florida, and using his name too. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. One time for the fan, man. We're getting close to the hour. We're getting ready to wrap this up. So much in the chat we got to go over too as well. I don't know if y'all got like 5 more minutes. I got like 5 more minutes. Boo Man, Bodie, y'all got like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Going through the chat real quick. We didn't even get to the impact ranking, so let me just go over that quickly. So there is this, I guess this sports personality. I don't know, the sports page that people follow on Instagram. It's called Pro Football Impact, and they were doing recently some ratings, impact ratings. A lot of fans jumped on there and was like, "What the hell, impact ratings? What the hell is that?" You know. But of course, with a following, people tend to look at these type of things. So they got a nice little following, but they put out some stuff about offensive lineman impact ratings, you know, defensive lineman, cornerbacks. For the offensive tackle impact ratings, right? Let's just go over what they talked about. There is no Falcon on the list. And all 20 players they listed. Go ahead, Boo Man.
Rightfully so.
There is no offensive tackle the Falcons have in there. I thought at least Jake Matthews would have been in there, right?
Yeah.
At least Jake Matthews. He's consistent. Remember, Boo Man, we talked about that? The only player that we've seen on this offensive line who at least, outside of the flags for holding, he's been consistent enough. He's a Falcon for life. Y'all know that, right? He's a Falcon for life. Yeah. He's going to retire a Falcon. He was drafted a Falcon. I think Falcon fans should be happy about that too as well. People were expecting Julio and Jake Matthews. The guard, Chris Lindstrom is there. Remember, Lindstrom gave up 0 sacks last season. Nothing was happening over there on Lindstrom's side. Lindstrom was he in the boardroom chilling by himself, like, yeah, y'all need to listen to what Coach's saying. He doing his job. Another Falcon that I think that's going to be a Falcon for life. So that's good. Your offensive lineman is something that you can look at. He was ranked number 11th on the list. Joe Bottino from the Browns, Zach Martin from the Cowboys, and Ali Mumpart was whoever it was from the Bucks. Yeah. He was there too.
Yeah.
The center, and these are apparently 2021 regular season minimum of 260 snaps. This is what they're going off of. For some strange reason, Matt Hennessy is on the list for center.
What?
Yeah, he's number 19 on the center. Humphrey from the Chiefs 20? Is first. Huh?
Who's number 20?
J.C. Hassinger from the Steelers.
Yeah, so basically me.
Oh, that's why they start running out of names.
Yeah. Shit.
A lot going on here with this impact rating stuff. I don't even know what to expect from it. But defensive tackle, no Falcon is on the list. We expected that. Edge, no Falcon is on the list.
Yeah, definitely expected that.
Linebacker, no Falcon is on the list. This is last season. One game away from the playoffs, too, as well.
No
should I keep going? Cornerback. Corner. AJ Terrell, number 1. Number 2, DJ Reed from the Jets. Number 3,
yes, sir,
Casey Hayward. It has with the Raider symbol, but it shows the Falcon logo.
Yeah.
He's the Falcon now. You're not running from AJ Terrell this season. You're not running from AJ Terrell this season. Michael Thomas, slant man. You're not running from AJ Terrell this season. Just off what Pro Football Impact said, Bodie.
Yeah.
The cornerback impact. I guess impact player, what he's done on the field, minimum of 400 snaps. We already knew this from PFF. We don't need Pro Football Impact to even throw this out there. We already knew what Terrell's capable of. The NFL snubbed him from the Pro Bowl, snubbed him from that All-Pro Team 1. But talk to me about AJ Terrell's impact with Casey Hayward, top 5 in the league. I mean, how you want to go about that?
Bro, they're two smart, great corners. Like, it's great to have. I'm sorry, we got a lot of questions on defense, but we ain't questioning them damn corners. Like they gotta watch out. And Hayward gonna help. He gonna help AJ, who's top 5 corner in the entire league. Like they gonna help each other.
We questioned that for years.
Yes. So that's a good thing. And even those corners, those 2 good corners, will help everything else if they can stick on their men, and it'll help the pass rush. I think the pass rush will be better. I think we'll be middle of the pack in sacks this year.
If you're going off of 5 seconds, 3-second drop, Quarterback trying to get it out. AJ Terrell, Casey Hayward, man up, 2nd and 5.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at a 3rd and 5. Or you're looking at like 3rd and 9. Because you might get sacked.
Like a 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12. Because
Exactly.
you're looking at the man up, the lockdown, however they're going to run this nickel this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot more of bodies flying around. Hearing Pease, what he said recently about only using 60% of the playbook. Well, guess what? They're going to use 100% of that shit this year. And they're going to open it up. And shout out to Pease. Shout out to the defensive coordinating staff. Shout out to Terrell. Shout out to Casey Hayward. They're going to lock down. It really helps out Richie Grant, and it helps out Jalen Hawkins or Eric Harris, whoever's back there in your backfield. Going over the chat, Dave. Boomman's back inside here. Dave said, we're going to go over this quickly. I don't want to take too much time. We'll do about 5 more minutes here. I know he's physical, but are you guys concerned about Drake trying to break every tackle? Go and check out the Carlo Jimenez One Time for the Fan interview that we did, Dave, on YouTube. Carlo Jimenez, Pac-12 Network, USC, KXSC, Student Radio, Sports Director. He's been following Drake London for about 3 years. He's covered Drake London's game on national TV. He's a sports broadcaster. He just won the Jim Nance Award. Shout out to Carlo for winning the Jim Nance Award for student broadcasting as well.
Shout out to Carlo.
Carlo's going to be on the show with us too for the Red Helmets. October 16th, he's going to be on the show. He's a 49er fan. But go back and listen, Dave, to that report on the YouTube channel and listen to what he says about Drake London. Drake London welcomes contact. Drake London welcomes punishment. He notices the mismatch. He knows that this corner is 5'10" and has trouble tackling big wide receivers. He's already studied that. He notices that this safety likes to play a certain zone. So if he gets inside, he's going to lower his shoulders and start laying hits, man. He's a big physical receiver. He's put on more weight coming from the college freshman year to where he is now. And don't forget that NFL weight, like Dez said last week, that NFL weight is getting ready to hit in. And once it hits, oh, man, we talking about Andre Johnson, Mike Evans, prime, like big time.
And, bro, you talking about a league that don't tackle.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about him breaking tackles. League don't tackle.
Yeah.
Nobody in the league tackles anymore. They lunge and
you
know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of the wide receivers go down by themselves now. The reason A.J. Brown and Debo Samuel are the people they are is because they refuse to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He know he bigger than the whole secondary. There's no need for, one person to be able to take him down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm glad that he's physical. I mean, could it hurt? I mean, it's football. I mean, I don't know. I don't think ain't about protecting yourself. You fight for a contract, too, in the first 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a physical sport. Like, you going everything is contact. Everybody should worry about contact if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, and plus, how you don't know that everybody gonna be worried about contact from Drake? Like, they're gonna be like, Drake, that's a strong. Oh man,
a lot of undersized safeties and cornerbacks. You know, you got to either tackle this guy. 2 or 3 people need to tackle this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't think he's gonna be like trying to lower his head, trying to run every single body over. You gotta be.
He notices the mismatch though. He notices the guy like,
he's not gonna let no little guy. He's just not gonna go down. I'm just saying that. Like,
you gotta come correct. And like you said, the league don't tackle anymore.
Yeah, that is true. We had a great show here. Real quick, Falcons available free agents. They need to go get some. They need to go get 1 or 2 more players. You need to go get a guard or a tackle.
They don't like a running back.
Somebody else.
They're getting a wide receiver.
You get signed 5 running backs and 3 wide receivers in the past 24 hours. You need to get somebody else. Edge rusher. You got what's that guy's name? Dude who used to play for the Patriots. He's sitting on the side. Flowers, the other guy, the other edge rusher.
Trey. No, Trey. You talking about the dude from the Lions?
The Lions,
Flowers.
right?
That's Flowers.
Yeah, Flowers. He's still available. Justin Houston is still out there. You gotta get somebody that can at least give you 8 sacks this season.
Bring Justin Houston home.
Justin Houston would be nice to bring over here for another 1-year deal.
He got so much wisdom. Yeah. Even if he don't come here and get 7, 8 sacks,
Yeah,
he got wisdom.
And it's a veteran presence in the locker room around a guy who, even if it's a 1 year deal, it's around a guy who's going to come in there and coach Dr. Arnold. Like, look, when I was this, you know what I mean, in Kansas City, they showed me this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an opportunity for the Falcons to make 1 or 2 more moves. I don't have a problem if they're going to go into this season with this roster. I hope they keep improving it, but I like to see another free agent. Booman, Bucks signed Akeem Hicks, Vita Vila, Akeem Hicks. Now it improves their defensive line. Should the Falcons go sign 1 more free agent, Booman?
I mean, right now, I mean, the Bucks load them up all the time, so we need to solidify that line.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not going to go anywhere until our line is, where we can run the ball consistently and protect our quarterback. So, there's no secrets on what we need to do. So,
yeah,
I mean, if they're available and we can afford it, I say go get it. You need a big competition in there. You need the best out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm all for it, and I mean, I'm all for another D tackle too.
Yeah. I'm all for competition. I'm all for best player available. Well, Terry, there's a couple best player availables left in free agency, and I'm sure if they're worth, what you got, spend a little money. You got $100-some million next year. Hell, you're giving out mega deals next season.
Oh yeah, and the thing is like this is like, I get why the Falcons are signing Batson. I get why they signing McNichols. They're trying to bring in as much competition as they can scrape off the market. They bring these cats in. Why not? They don't pan out.
We shall not say that name again out here.
Jeremy McNichols.
And when I'm not talking about Batson.
Yeah.
I said we signed McNichols. I said, dang, we ain't got no fullback.
They signed McNichols. I automatically looked in the closet and saw my cleats and the light hit me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they calling everybody.
I decided, hey.
Let's just say McNichols had a chance to step up when Henry got hurt. And let's just say I cut the TV off.
Fantasy numbers quickly went down.
Hey man, if you watch it, shout out McNichols.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the Avery Williams switch to running back either.
Well, guess what, Boo Man? We can probably get to that Sunday if you want to speak about that. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, we talk about that Sunday.
We can talk about that Sunday
because there's a lot of position groups. We can go over the position groups if you want to. Now, here's the thing: we're not going to break down the roster until the official depth chart comes out. I don't want to talk about the guy who's number 77 on the roster chart. I want to see the final 53. Who's going to be leading this team going forward.
You want to talk about McNichols, man?
I don't want to hear about McNichols.
You don't want to talk about McNichols again. Okay,
they showed the video from Ritter throwing a touchdown to Hodge today at camp, and I'm like, damn, I forgot we got Hodge. You know what I'm saying? Like, the wide receiver room is deep. You know what I'm saying? Allison, London, Edwards, Tate, Zacchaeus, Bird.
Darby.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, man. It's a lot
you
going
forget
on.
about Darby. He's buried right now.
Yo, man. Shout out to Frank Darby, man. I hope Frank Darby gets an opportunity to do something.
I do too, man. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I definitely.
I like somebody posted a comment the other day. It was like, Frank Darby, he dances more than he catches the football. It's like, well, just give this man a chance.
He seems like a great locker room presence.
He's a great locker room guy, great spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure the Falcons have something situational for him this season if he's going to be a part of that final 53. I don't want to see him I don't want to see him walking around in that hoodie. Though I do want to see somebody on third down on the bench doing like this, telling the fans to get up. You know what I'm saying? So Darby's that guy for it. But let's hope they put him on the field this season. We had a great show. We went over an hour. We spent a couple extra minutes because we love talking about the Atlanta Falcons. Real quick, upcoming shows. Friday, the Bins. Open practice for the fans. I don't know because of COVID or whatever, they're not doing the other practice. Usually they do it like, open training camp in Flowery Branch for a couple days, and then they go to the Bins for like that final open house type of thing for the Falcons season ticket holders. But they're doing it early now, and I don't see no open dates to the public. Maybe they release it in June. Maybe they don't. I mean, later on in June, maybe they don't release it at all. But Friday, we're at the Bins. Bodie, you gonna be there?
I'm in there.
Boo Man,
in there.
Talk to Marco Dad. You good? You good?
Des work for Safe.
Des work. Yeah. Safe will be in the building. Safe security, all the blue shirts.
Shout out to PJ.
Yeah, not PJ. Yeah, Friday we're gonna be at the Benz live feed. We're gonna bring a lot of exclusive content as best as we can, from the sideline of the Falcons to the fans. We're gonna post everything we can on the social media page. One time for the fan, Facebook. One time for the fan on Twitter. One time for the fan on YouTube. Sunday show, we're gonna be back talking about more Falcons football. Anything that happens between today and Sunday, we'll talk about it, or we'll just do some Falcons free talk and just bring up a bunch of topics that Falcon fans want to hear, and then we'll discuss it. That's how we keep it real, right here on the One Time for the Fan show. Glad to have Bodie back. Bodie, your Instagram, Facebook, anything, anybody want, anywhere, where can people reach you? Where can people find you? Just in case we, that people. Hey man, they go Bodie, man. One time for the fan, man. They go brother right there.
Hey, man.
What's your social media contacts, brother?
Yeah, man. You can get me hit me up at Bodie 3000 on IG. I got Twitter. I'm gonna have to get back with y'all. I just look at funny shit on there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, IG, man, just Bodie 3000. Good.
Bodie 3000 on IG. Mm-hmm. I gotta get back on IG, so I guess we'll just have a welcome back party for social media, because you getting back on Twitter and I gotta get back on IG.
Fact.
Boo man,
sir.
Glad to have you back in the chat, man. Sunday show, Friday, you'll be there at the Benz.
Big body.
God. Not big body. Boo man, where can we reach you, man? Instagram, Facebook,
IG,
Twitter,
man.
whatever.
IG, Boo Man Shouty.
Yep.
Twitter, Boo Man Shouty.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can hit me up on Facebook at, you can find Boo Man Taylor.
Yeah.
You say if you can find me.
Yeah, man.
So much going on.
Falcon, you just put biggest Falcon fan ever, man.
Biggest Falcon fan ever?
I'll be in there.
Well, we got I'm glad you said that. We got one of the biggest Falcon fans ever joining the show June 12th. Eric Parker. He'll be joining the show. I'm sure he's going to bring some people with him to the comment section. Because Eric Parker is one of the Falcon fans that you definitely, as a Falcon fan going into game day, or if you want to have that energizing positive spirit before the game, Eric is one of those fans. He tells it like it is. He keeps it real. But if you ask Eric how many games we're going to win this season, he's going to say we're going to go 19-0. Me and Eric had a conversation the other day. Called me. I told him I had to leave and head downtown for a couple of minutes. Man, we ended up talking for about 2 hours just about the Falcons. So he's definitely ready for June 12th to be on the show. We're going to have fun that day. Yep, upcoming shows, events, that's what's going on. Rise Up Tour, we working on something. Thomas sent me the flyer. I can't say it just yet, but the One Time for the Fan logo is on the flyer.
Sir.
And it has to do with Falcons. We working on something. Tailgate party committee, he was in here Sunday. We had a great show. Lee Thomas talked about the tailgate party, everything he got going on. What they're doing this season. Saints Falcons week 1 going down. They have Georgia Florida tailgates. They do the Georgia Florida tailgates. Boo man, down there in Florida. So the Battle of the Border. If y'all want to head down there, they do the tailgates. They have a big LED jumbotron screen, all that stuff. They're actually going to the Super Bowl too. So they're taking their tailgate to the Super Bowl. So these are some Falcon fans who extend the tailgate parties for everybody. Sometimes he say he walks around with no jersey on because he wants everybody to feel welcome to come into this tailgate, because that's what they do. But food, drinks, everything. I remember Dallas last year, they got shut down. That's how big the tailgate was. Police, Dallas PD came over there and shut them down. But yeah, we have a lot of people coming up on this season of One Time for the Fan. It's going to be great. I thank everybody for being here. Any shout outs before we go? Boo man, any shout outs?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Falcons, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Flip, man. Jack Spade. Shout out to Bo. Shout out to Lil Dead for showing up tonight. Man, shout out to all the Falcons fans out there, man.
Yeah, Dad's back at work, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Marco Dad too.
God. Yeah, Dad's work first and third shift. He gotta get ready.
Graveyard?
God, not the same.
I know they pick up trash that late, but yeah, man. Shout out to Dez, man. Shout out to all the Falcons fans out there, man. Just
they need somebody to clean the cubicles.
Sheesh. I think he had
oh man,
Suburban Lanes tonight.
God.
They got them Fabuloso wipes.
Hey, not the Fabuloso wipes.
Man.
Hey, you better stock up before the next pandemic. Hey, you talking about?
Man.
Matter of fact.
God.
Yeah, Flip, what happened? Dez cut his cable off.
Dang. Damn squirrel ate the damn Wi-Fi.
Man.
Oh man.
Everything okay over there, Flip?
You know what?
Shout out to Flip, man. We're gonna do a shout out for him. Shout out to Flip. Man.
Oh
shout
man.
Out to Flip.
Shout out to Flip. I'm gonna do my shout out.
Go ahead, man.
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the Falcons. You know, that's why we do this. Shout out to you, Boo Man. Shout out to that little spinning circle thing on the screen, man.
Yeah, shout out to the spinning circle over there.
Shout out to dang, it's just us right now. He
said finish it. He said finish it.
Okay. Shout out to man, just shout out to all your fans on the show, man. Keep watching, share, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, man. Like, shout out.
Sir.
Just and shout out to my angel in the sky.
Yes, sir. Shout out to her, man.
All right, man. We finna
man, one time for Bodie, man.
Yo. One time for Boo Man.
One time for Jack Spade. One time for me, Boo Man. One time for Den. And one time for the fans, man. We out, man.
Peace.
The show still live? No, it's still there. Oh, snap, y'all. Yo. Hey, yo. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but had a little power outage. But we back. One time for the fans. See y'all Friday. Going live. One time for the fans. Sunday. See y'all then. I'm going to holler at y'all. Appreciate everybody who's viewing the chat. Appreciate everybody who's viewing the stream. Thank y'all. Love y'all.